thanks for joining me today. I have my 2025 calendar that I got from Joann's that has some pretty pictures on the front. It's got little pockets on the front, but the paper on the back, there are some really pretty papers on the back, and it's a thicker cardstock. So I'm going to attempt to make some cards with some of the pictures that are on the back, or some of the pages that are on the back, and then incorporating some of the pockets that are on here as well. They're just different pages. And then, like I said, the pockets, this poinsettia pocket, it's got some little images in here, but there's two pockets. So we've got, see if I can take it apart here. You've got this pocket that's on the inside, you've got the bottom part of the page, and then you've got the back side of the majority of the pages that you can use. So I'm gonna just go through here, get them all of these ripped off, and then I'll start making some cards. I'll bring you back and show you how I'm gonna make some of them. So these are all the pieces that I came up with from the calendar. These are all the back sides of the calendar. Most of them I cut 8.5 by 11. All of these are cut to 8.5 by 11. And then I will cut them down for card bases. These are 7 inches by almost 12, not quite 12. But these two were the only two that I really, what was at the bottom, I wanted that instead of the full 8.5 sheet on this side, so that's why those are cut down shorter. So I've got one here that I still need to cut, but this was one of them that was the bottom that was behind the two flaps. And then these are all the back flaps. I just cut all of the pieces off of those, so these are all those. And then these guys are all the front flaps cut down, because each one of them had a saying at the bottom. So I cut the sayings all out, and we'll use these for the fronts of the cards. Some of them I'll leave exactly like this. I may round the corners. Others of them I may fussy cut, like around the shovel and or just around the words. It'll just depend. But I'm going to go ahead and make some cards using pretty much just the stuff that I have here. I may pull in a few pieces of solid paper, but I figure I can, with some of these, I'll be able to layer multiple layers of these down, and then having this layered on top of it. So we'll see how that plays out. I will keep track of everything and let you know what all I do and how all I do it, and I will be back shortly. Alright, so I have the cards finished. I did use a lighter weight cardstock for the card bases, so what I did was put a piece on the back of all of the cards as well to give the whole card a little bit more structure. But I still had a lot of the decorative pieces left. So on these, I cut all of these out from the bottom strip, or from the first pocket. There was a lot of those floral left, but not in a way that I could cut them out and make them look decent. So those I threw away, and then there were small offcuts from these that I threw away as well. But these are all of the pieces that I still have left, so I could still make quite a few more cards if I wanted to. But these are the cards that I wound up making. I used Thinking of You with Stays On. Different colors. I had a blue, a black, a green, I think I had a purple, just different colors down there. And then I used embossing ink and embossing powder for the flower. Both of these came from the Simon Says stamp Wild and Free flowers. So let's just quickly go through them, and again I did them on the back, so they are all done that way. Different colors for the embossing, different colors for the ink. I tried to match this up on the back as well. There's no additional embellishments on here. On these I used glue for front and back. On the other ones I used glue on the front but tape on the back. I also put, once we get to the other ones, I put a piece inside as well. So I'll show you that on some of them. But this again was all from a calendar, from my 2025 calendar. So that was all of those. So 12 of those, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, yep, because 12 months. And then there's 12 of these as well because there were 12 different sayings. So this one, put a little strip on there, and then the back. The back matches, all except for one card, matches the front base there, or the front card there. There's some ribbon. I just put glue on either side of the ribbon on that one because I glued this down before I put the ribbon there, but piece inside, and then the back. I fussy cut a butterfly to put here. I don't know, his wings are up a little bit, but not too much. So, and then I put a piece behind there. There's a piece inside there, and then the back. This one I didn't have any piece of this that I thought went, so I just used a Fiskars rotary trimmer to cut the border there and there. This one I did not put anything on the inside. These I have some fingernail tape. It's really, really thin. It came in quite a few of them in a package. If I can find it, I got it off Amazon. If I can find it, I will put the item number down below. But there's the inside of the card, and then the back. This one I wrapped it around, the ribbon around, and put it behind. The ribbon is also some ribbon that I got from Amazon. And there's the back. This one I just fussy cut the other pumpkins that were on this bottom piece and put those on there, and then used a little off-cut piece for a flag. Didn't put anything on the inside of this one, but there's the back. Some more of the fingernail tape. Wrapped it all the way around the back. Used that same rotary trimmer to cut out the bottom piece of that, and then there's the back. This one I just used another piece of paper to kind of put behind there. Nothing on the inside, and then there's the back. This one, again, just used a piece to put behind there, piece on the bottom, and then there's the back. More of the fingernail tape. It came in a lot of different colors. And the butterfly was already on her shoulder. I just cut it out. The inside, and then the back. And then this one I also wrapped the ribbon all the way around. I did cut out the cardinal and stick the cardinal on there. I think you can kind of see that I did that. There's the inside, and then there is the back. So again, 12 of those cards with the sayings already on there from the calendar, and then 12 cards made like this with the thinking of you there at the bottom. So 24 cards in total from that calendar. And like I said, I still had more. If I wanted to do more, I still have several of the 5 1/4 by 4 inch pieces here. So if I wanted to make more, I could, or I could put this aside and make some additional cards, or make a little album with them or something if I wanted to. But for now, I'm good with the 24 cards that I got out of that 2025 calendar. Like I said, I used some cheaper cardstock that I had. I think it was a cardstock I got from Walmart maybe, but it's almost too thin for cards. But I thought, I'm not really wasting my paper this way because this was all from that calendar and I wasn't going to do anything else with it anyway. So putting it on the back here did give me some more sturdiness to my card, so it will stand now. Before, I'm not sure that it would have. I don't know that I've got. So this is the paper. I don't know. I mean, it folds up pretty easy. It's not even 110. It may be 65-pound paper, so it's not something you would normally use for a card base. But since I have the piece on the front and the piece on the back, it does give it a little bit more oomph, so that it has a little bit of structure. Because it's so thin, you can oftentimes see if you put too much glue on it, you could see the glue, so I just did glue around the edges. I didn't do glue in the center on those. On these I did. You can kind of see there where the ribbon is. So, but all in all, I'm pretty happy with them. There'll be some cards that I could make a gift set out of or give to the nursing home or something like that for them to use. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hopefully you haven't thrown all your 2025 calendars away, and you'll be able to make some cards with them, or even, like I said, a folio or an album or something with your 2025 calendar. But until next time, go out there and create something. Bye.